Hi, home-based travel business expert Dean Marino here, folks. And people always ask me, whether they come up to me or they ask me over the phone, how I became so successful with my very first home-based travel business and how I was able to replace my six-figure annual income my very first year in the home-based travel industry. Well, I found that there's actually just three key ingredients to having a successful global resorts network business, or really a business of any kind. And the three key ingredients, they are amazingly simple, and I'm going to go through them real quickly with you right now. Ingredient number one, be happy. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Now, if you've studied Bob Proctor, you've been to some of his seminars, you've read the classic book, The Science of Getting Rich, or you've even seen The Secret and studied that type of material, well, you know that it's not what you do. It's not whether or not you go out and buy leads and call them. I did that. It's not whether you go out and advertise in newspapers. I did that and had success with that as well. And it's not whether you go out and advertise on the internet. I did that as well and had success with that. So it's not what you do. It's really how you do it. And how do you do it correctly? Well, you do it with a positive mental attitude. You go out, you visualize your success. You close your eyes, you visualize opening up the FedEx envelopes and the money, the checks are in those envelopes. And then you actually expect that success. You even more than expect it, you know that you will be successful because you've done your research and you know that this is the business for you and you're going to be successful with it. So again, number one key is be happy. Now let's move to number two, which is be consistent. And I'm going to quote somebody I respect a great deal, Walt Disney. And he said the best way to accomplish something is to get started. And that's unfortunately what a lot of people just don't do. They don't get started. They get into a business and they plan and they look at different ways of doing it, and maybe they try haphazardly one or two different ways, and then they just give up. It doesn't work the one or two ways that they kind of tried. They just kind of put their toe in the water and they didn't really like it. There's well over 100 ways to market your business, and you could be successful with any one of those many, many ways that there are out there. In fact, some campaigns are set up for you. All you have to do is press the start button, and money, that's no excuse either. We had one of our members that came on board with our system last year, didn't really have any money to market with. He plugged into one of our training modules that covered free and low-cost marketing, and he actually bypassed the low-cost marketing. He went straight to the free, and he generated his first 9 sales over a 3-month period without spending a penny, not even a dime, on advertising. So there is a way for everybody, but you have to be consistent. You can't start and stop. You can't sit there and think about things forever and whether or not this is going to work or that's going to work. You got to do your research, but then once you've chosen a marketing method, you have to be consistent with it. If you're going to call leads, you got to call leads every day, or 3 days out of the week, or 4 days out of the week. If you're going to place newspaper ads, you got to be in that newspaper every single week. If you're going to advertise on the internet, you need to consistently be putting your name out there, owning more and more of the internet. It's about consistency. So number two key is be consistent. So let's move on to number three. What could number three be? Well, maybe you don't have all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. Personally, I don't think anybody does. Everybody's got something to learn. If you think that you know it all, chances are you don't. So number three key to success is be a student. Attend the live training that's available. With my group, we do live training. Yeah, we could just record it all in modules and people could go watch it, at 1 in the morning, and we do that. I understand that not everybody could get on the live training, but when you get to the live training, you are part of a learning community. You don't have to do it all by yourself. You can ask questions and be inquisitive. Ask those questions. That's the bottom line. I coordinated training for the largest and most successful group in a travel program continuously since 2005. And we had a lot of success with that program utilizing the sales center business model. So the bottom line was, since the sales center handled taking calls and doing follow-up and closing sales, what I taught was marketing. And you know what? I don't do it all by myself because, I'm the first one to admit I want to be a student too. So I bring in guest trainers. I coordinate training with other experienced marketers in the industry so that people can learn a lot of different ways to do it. And we discuss that. And that's what I'm talking about being part of a learning community. So I think today, if you got these 3 points, I know that they are amazingly simple, but these are really the 3 keys to success with Global Resorts Network. Number 1, be happy. Number 2, be consistent. And number 3, be a student. Now, my name is Dean Marino, and I invite you to personally speak with me before making any kind of a move in the entire home-based business arena. Again, my name is Dean Marino, and I'm here to help.